mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, we will be. We have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, bingo. Got again. I think that's 4 out of 5 this week. Done all right. 4 out of 4.
4 out of 4.
4 out of 4. Oh, I don't know. Do we do a poll? Do we need Kaz back? Shouldn't say that. I'll be in trouble, wouldn't I? Whoa. Of course we need Kaz back. Don't take me serious, guys. All right. That's a bit of controversy there, eh? Trolls will love that one. Kura will be just repeated. Do we need Kaz back? Do we need Kaz back? Anyway, there's something for him to do over the weekend. All right. So, firstly, guys, if you want a reminder on the show, I know Facebook's giving you heaps. A lot of people say you don't get reminders and stuff. So if you go to Project Matilda and subscribe to our channel there, which costs nothing, all right? We are the free channel, all right? Everything we do is for nothing. And so just subscribe there. Then you'll get a reminder, guys. So if anyone's looking for that reminder, Project Matilda is a good way to go about getting it. I love Kaz. Oh, yeah. Get the violin out, Kazza. Anyway, all right, guys. Yeah, we're gonna we got a couple of things going on around the place, so let's just have a quick look before we bring our guest in, because we got a guest in again tonight. Well, so Huma Abedin, all right, you know that name, the Abedins, all right, gets engaged to billionaire Alex Soros in Italy. So they're keeping it all in the family, guys. They're not going away. All right, until we send them away, they ain't going away, guys. Now, the funny thing we've heard some stuff about Yarra City Council, and if you haven't, they are going to make inner city Melbourne, their council district of Yarra, they are going to make everybody go vegetarian, or not vegetarian, but vegan it is now or something, isn't it? Isn't that what they call it? But anyway, what they want to do is make the whole city, right, that whole council go no meat. Yet, I'll just let you know, you may have seen the clip, you may not. I haven't got it in here. I'm just going to let you know about it because they're hypocrisy, guys. But here they are. Every time they have a council meeting at your expense, the taxpayers' expense in Melbourne, we've got a big crew watch down in Melbourne, all right? So, guys, on your taxpayer expense, these guys are cutting out your meat, but every time they have a council meeting, what do they get fed before the meeting? Roast pork, roast lamb, or roast chicken. They get a meal at your expense, guys, but they want to stop you you useless eaters from eating your meat. So, yeah, just letting you know what they're up to. You can't have it, but they can. Things are hotting up, guys. When we got, out in public in the Daily Mail, China and Russia threatened NATO amid calls for Ukraine disappearance. So, yeah, look, it is hotting up over there. You've seen Joe Biden's making more blunders than you've ever seen in your life. It's just incredible how people can't understand what's going on here. All right, bus drivers. Now, we've got a report saying that we got a lot of bus drivers, right, older than 60, undergoing regular health screenings because of all the bus accidents. All right. And this year, guys, it's just stepped up. This is down in Melbourne, this was. All right. But again, we know what's causing all these accidents. And they're up heaps, guys, like absolutely heaps. The numbers are insane. So just be careful out there. All right. Because you haven't got accidents anymore, guys. You got vacccidents. All right. And you and I both know it. All right, this bioweapon is really taking its toll. All right, and we are going to be seeing it. Okay, so Albanese now is insisting his MPs are working hard to deliver practical improvements in the western suburbs. Why? Because he knows that Muslim vote, and they're all in it, guys. Don't forget, they know what's going on. This is all a play. All right, the scene is set. All right, and Fatman or whatever her name is, all right, she's going to play a part in this, guys. All right. So, yeah, it is time for us to group up like they are grouping up. All right. And our rights, not their rights. Okay. So that's not a racist comment. That's just a true comment. All right. What do we got here? All right. 12 new Indigenous protected areas revealed, guys. And there's heaps more to come. I can guarantee you. I told you. All right. The UN, they're going through the Indigenous. All right. And they are really giving places away and taking them off you, and you can't have them because you're white Anglo-Saxon and you got no rights and you should be ashamed of being white, and you get the story. We all know the story. All right. And then we've got this idiot sorry for you guys down in South Australia. All right. But you've got the South Australia Premier, right, continues to push for this voice referendum, this voice shit in South Australia. So they're going to keep going for it, guys. All right, they are going to steal your land one way or the other, take everything off you and have you eating bugs. But someone that won't be eating bugs is Anthony Albanese, because he's actually Albo, all right, over $1 million, guys. All right, for 12 months for everything from international travel to office supplies. So good old Airbus Albo. All right, a total of $298,000 for overseas jaunts to Asia, the UK, the Middle East, Europe, and the Pacific Islands. He's really been on fire, guys. So while you're doing it tough, can't pay your electricity bill, probably can't eat properly, got to have your kids in schools that are indoctrinating them. And just to finish all that off, for Western Australia, you got 3,000 jobs at risk now as they're going to shut down the mining mega operation. And guys, that's BHP, your own company. All right. Australia's one and only BHP, selling the workers out for the New World Order. 3,000 jobs, guys, Western Australia. All right. So, they say they're hanging on by a thread, right? And that's its Nickel West operation. So, this is just all by design, guys. Absolutely all by design. Don't shop at Aldi's because they got another product recalled over salmonella. And I'm not going to tell you what the product is. All right, because I just don't want you to go to Aldi's. So consider it that everything at Aldi's is poison. All right, let's bring in our co-host for the night, and Dickie Nee. Come on in.
Dickie Nee, now the secret's out of the way.
Beck was playing Dickie the other night, mate, but she wasn't playing up with John Blackman. Everything was good.
Oh, God. How is everyone tonight?
We're here. So I got something to open the show with, Beck. I just like to read this out, because I think that, we just need to be aware of things out there. And, but, we've seen a lot of stuff out there, guys, going on. And, I just want to put this out there for the start of the show. I thought this would be quite fitting. And I'm not, saying anything. I'm just putting it out there. You take it as it is, all right, guys. If your own discernment sends you somewhere, well, you have a look at it, okay? Cults. Number 1, isolating members and penalising them for leaving. Number 2, seeking inappropriate loyalty to their leaders. Number 3, anyway, dishonouring the family unit. That's number 3, right, in cults. But anyway, number 4, absolute authoritism without meaningful accountability. No tolerance for questions or critical inquiry. No meaningful financial disclosure regarding budget expenses, such as an independent audited financial statement. Unreasonable fear about the outside world, such as impending catastrophe, evil conspiracies, and persecutions. Well, I'm sort of in with a cult theory there on evil conspiracies because I know there's a lot of out there, but I just want to get the points across. Number 8, there is no legitimate reason to leave. Former followers are always wrong in leaving, negative, or hear this, even evil. Evil. Oh. Number 9, followers feel they can never be good enough. Number 10, get this one. The group leader is always right.
Sorry.
And number 11, the group leader is the exclusive means of knowing truth or receiving validation or other processes of discovery is rarely acceptable or credible. So there you go, guys. If you happen to see a cult out there, just be aware, because I know there's a few running around. And I just thought we'd start with that. All right. So yeah, let's just there you go. Set the scene. Anyway,
that lines up with so many groups that we know of that completely lines up. I mean, I know there's a group that's at the moment eating themselves absolutely alive because they're not showing their allegiances to a certain couple of people and they're all going at each other, and one of their heroes is having to tell them it's okay not to turn on each other because, you're not shills. Everyone goes at their own speed. So yeah, I mean, hearing a lot of those points that you just read out, it's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. And then, like you have, like you say, and then you have us getting called shills, people on chats, like the voter bug, you know what I mean? Like, saying that I've been crying and ringing him up because, and him, I'm scared. I can't even walk up the street, guys. I'm that scared. I don't think so, Mr. The voter bug. But anyway, that's the sort of stuff that's going on in the background, guys. And unfortunately, I'm going to give you some audio of it. But, there's a lady in there that was really traumatized when Vavode was telling them how me and Mel and Kaz were going to get taken. This is what he said. We're going to get taken out for interfering with a military operation. Like, we're dead. This is what he's saying. This lady was like beside herself. And I don't want to give her identity away. I don't know whether I would if a voice come through, but we're going to make sure it's cut out so she can't be identified by anyone and whatever, harassed by trolls or whatever. But unbelievable story that Mr. Vavode's told for a full hour, guys, an hour. And there wasn't a bit of truth in it. It was just unbelievable. It was like someone had actually, someone whose phone number he may got off someone who's talking and rang them. And it seems like some people actually said, look, you need to go and character assassinate Guru. And, that's what he tried to do, I think. But again, guys, it backfired. It's just insane. Because why? Because the truth will always come out. And none of this was ever meant to be. We put this to bed. This was finished. All right. We got lied to. We told you. We showed you the proof. People don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. I don't care. Doesn't worry me. Go and do what you want to do. All right. But the one thing you're always going to get off here is the truth. Okay. So that's how it went. Okay. So, yeah, very, very funny, guys, that people can be out there slagging the shit out of you, telling bullshit about you. And what would be the reason for that? Well, yeah, I think I've picked the reason. Anyway, they shan't isolate us, guys. They shan't do anything because all we're doing is going to unify with everyone and get on with the job. And the people of Australia and the people around the world are obviously doing that because we're seeing the results of it. So what do you reckon, Beck?
I reckon people just need to shut their mouths. I've heard the recording, and it was multiple people's names that were thrown in with ridiculous allegations. The main focus was on you guys, but let's not forget, we've heard, some of us have heard Carl talking about it as well. So basically anyone that had anything slightly negative to say about the BOCES was dragged under the bus and had shit spoken about them. I think people just need to learn to shut their mouths if they don't know what's actually going on, and stop trying to suck up other people's asses to, by belittling everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. None of us are judged you in executioner, man. We're just here to put the truth out, right? And the truth will always go out. That is the bottom line. So that's it. Anyway, let's get into some news then. Let's see what's happening about the place.
To being warned to stay away from dangerous waterways as the EPA launches an urgent investigation into the devastating Derrimut chemical factory fire. Tonight there are claims the site should never have been operating after dozens of WorkSafe inspections in the past 8 months.
The destruction left behind after an inferno. What's left of the chemical factory and warehouse still smouldering. 50 firefighters monitoring for flare-ups as shocking damage to their fire trucks from the intense flames was revealed, and others were cleaned of chemicals after yesterday's massive blaze.
All right, so
it was Melbourne.
You're right. So what I reckon you'll find there, Beck, just from looking into that little report, is 8 months, okay, of bad reports, nothing done about it, okay. If this was you or I with a little family, whatever, this is all part of a setup, I reckon. This is part of, bringing things down, fires, poisoning our streams. We've got the food shortage coming on. I reckon if you looked into this, guys, anyone out there wanted to research in there, you would find something sus about this. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd be interested to know who owns the factory.
Yeah,
I think you'd find out a lot if you find out who owns it.
Yeah. Don't know.
Definitely.
Don't know. I haven't had time to look into it, but it just seemed very, very sus to me. You know what I mean? Like, in a perfect position that it shouldn't have been, right next to a waterway. We just happened to get the chemical plant go up, in amongst all the other shit the deep state's doing around the world. Yeah, just too sus for me. Anyway, we'll find out. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one.
With everyone's favorite unnamed
Here we
island.
go.
People kept asking me to check out the diamond-shaped waves on the coast, so I did. This looks a little like it's possibly obscured, but it could be just some sea mist. Here's some nearby rocks that just look normal, kind of bubbling, but it is a volcanic island. That was Google Earth, but on USGS, the nearby rocks have clear concentric circles as though they're vibrating, perhaps? Here's the big surprise. A helicopter tour of Bouvet Island. Yes! Wait, could we slow down? Is that an entrance? There's also this weird thing, kayaks, maybe, on the uninhabited island. Naturally, I head off to Google Earth to see if I can find this entrance. Is this an entrance? Or just an alcove in the rocks? By the way, I also found this. It's between Bouvet Island and Brazil, deep in the ocean. Clearly a structure, and not just a little structure. That's at least 50 kilometers wide. Curiouser and curiouser. Could it be related to Bouvet Island? See you in the comments. Take care.
Now, these islands have also disappeared. Guys, I'm staying on this thread, right, because I'm really interested, all right, in what's going on. This is where the pulses are coming down from. We know about their electromagnetic radiation, their machines, their HAARP, right, what DARPA's doing. And, so down near the Antarctic, it's all very sus to me. And, yeah, there's a couple more of those clips to come if you haven't seen them yet. And the islands actually have disappeared between a certain time off Google Maps and everything. Like, yeah, it's just an extraordinary little tale. Another one out there.
Google Earth is an awesome tool to use, though.
there's better ones out there because Google Earth often knocks its stuff out too, you know, because it's Google. Yeah. All right, so they're censoring. So yeah, there are some other stuff out there where you can get other views and yeah. Next, Red.
Okay. Is that another program?
I don't know.
For Ukraine is the
all right, yeah. Next, Red's another program.
Since the beginning of the war, it was received really well by President Zelensky in our meeting with him. They are really on the front line of fighting for the global rules-based order, and that is something which is very much in the interests of all the countries of the world, actually, but it's very much in the interests of the countries of the Indo-Pacific.
So, there's another. How much? Going over to Ukraine, guys. They're not going to stop. All right. This is just insanity. All right. And you know what they're going to be doing next? They're going to be bringing in conscription. All right. It's coming. All right. And your kids between, 18 and 25 or whatever, beyond draft. This is what they're going to bring, guys. They're going to send them to Ukraine. Until we stand and say, no, this is the shit that they're going to, they're just rolling it in. They're building all this shit over in Geneva, ready to go, got their buildings ready. They think they are going to be a one world government ruling this world. And the only people that are going to stop them is us. So, yeah, Beck.
So that was more money that Australia is sending over, wasn't it?
Yep, more. After the $1 billion.
I'm wondering when people are going to start questioning that, like just complete normal, even the lefties. When are the lefties going to start questioning why we're sending so much overseas aid when we've got our own people on the streets? It's ridiculous. The amount that we fund wars and fund other countries, it's insane. We need the money ourselves.
Yep. No, look, we do. Look, we've got plenty of money, mate. We're just getting raped, pillaged and plundered every day, and that's what this show's about, just exposing these guys as much as we can, because it's just incredible, guys. They just can't keep doing this, right? And we can't sit by and let them. And look, we're getting 250 million, yeah. And we're getting there. We're getting grouped up, all right? Don't forget these things are happening with Frank and Belinda at the Governor General up there in Sydney. All right, other states,
Okay, we're going into housekeeping then.
I suggest, okay, yeah, so let's go into here. Okay, let's go. Get back, you can do this.
Yep. So the location for the Forest of the Fallen that we've been talking about during the week is Mansfield Botanic Gardens Park, Saturday, 13th of July, set up from 10:30 a.m. Also, I know that the ladies always appreciate a hand with setup, so if you can get down there at that time, that would be great. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Am I changing them or you? Oh, there you are. The Freedom Gathering at the Moga Pub. I won't be at this one. Unfortunately, neither will Kaz, but we've gone to every single one since they started, and they're always amazing. So get down there if you can. My place, Central Coast, is starting Saturday, 13th of July, 2024, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. for all the lost souls in Central Coast now. Get down to my place and give them a go, maybe. You might find your family.
Yep. Just get a community going, guys, everywhere, right? We're just advertising the ones that we've got here, but everybody get hooked up in your community some way or another.
Yep. So every Saturday in Melbourne, this is the flyer for Saturday meeting at Old Treasury Building with Matt Trihay and Judy B and all those awesome people. Get down there and march with them. They hand out flyers. It's more of a public information rally. So you've got Matt marching the streets, informing everybody about what's going on, and then all the others are handing out flyers. Also, I came across this one today. The Australian landscape belongs to the people, not the government. It's high time we remind them of that. I can't read where that is, and I can't remember. Is that Mansfield Botanic Gardens as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if you're going Forest of the Fallen, hang around for that as well. That starts at 1 p.m. Topher Fields is the MC for that.
Okay.
Mondays at the Governors in New South Wales with Franco and Belinda and all that crew, Macquarie Street.
Oh, sorry.
Dave, that's your one?
Yep, yeah, 11 o'clock, guys. Oh, like I say, get up, get there. All right, just get there, guys. All right, it is time to go. Okay. And this one's the American one, guys. All right, coming up the end of the month, 27th, I think. Yeah.
28th.
20, yeah. All right, but that'll be a space on and a few other things, but it's take back your borders. We need to take back our borders. So people out there with that interest, want to stop the migration. It's not immigration, guys. It's migration into your country. All right, giving you, and I think we got a clip in here, actually. I'm not sure, but we may have. giving you no opportunity to get housing, giving the migrants they're pulling in every opportunity to get the back. They're just doing up high-rise things, guys, spending your money to do them up, to give them to Ukrainian and Iraqi and, migrants, not immigrants, migrants. It's just incredible. We got people sleeping on the street and it's winter. Apart from it doesn't matter whether it's winter, summer or whatever. But yeah, at least in summer, you've got half a chance. But this is ridiculous, guys. All right, so we've got to be the difference. All right, go back.
Yeah, 138 Denham Street, Rockhampton. That's Queensland, isn't it? Rockhampton.
Yeah.
Terra Australia States Assembly. Solidarity presents an evening with former Senators Rod Culledon and Len Harris. The truth about land and property titles, Wednesday, 24th of July. Doors open 7 p.m. at the Polish Club. And Rosie, everyone knows Rosie.
Oh, Rosie.
So we've got Rosie speaking at the Guildford Leagues Club, 7 p.m. Thursday, 25th of July. That's a Craig Kelly and Steve Christou event. And Anne Colry.
Oh, yeah, Rosie. Sydney, well done, darling. Well done. Yeah, you're doing proud.
Sydney book launch. Brady Gunn has released a book, Smiley Face Fatigued. And there's going to be Yusra Rose, Smoke and Joe, Doris Usman, and Naomi Cook. So if you can get to that one, that's in August 3rd. Location to be announced. And of course, again, go see Kev Newton at the Sydney Knife Show on 10th to 11th of August. I can't remember what he said. There's a whole bunch of stuff, though. I think he said Leatherworks, medieval
all sort
stuff.
of bushcraft and everything like that. All natural stuff, guys. Yeah, how to survive.
I'm hoping to make it to that myself. So get down there if you can. There's so many events coming up. If you can't make it to one of those, at least one of those, come on. What are you even doing?
Yeah. All right. Now, everything's on the website, guys. All right. All the film clips that we cut short on here, right? They're all there. Everything's there. All right. Just email me. Oh, yeah, right. 2-for-1 prices for all of our members. Good on you, Kev. There you go, guys. Look at that. You're going to get a rush now, Kevy. Well done. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get there, guys. Get there and support it. All right. And actually, you don't know what's coming up. You might need the skills of Kevin Newton. So, yeah, like I say, be prepared. Be prepared. All right.
Oh, okay, sorry. Here we go.
Here we go.
Sorry.
We're in.
Freaking problem.
And I'm saying to you, thank you, miss. And then all of a sudden you start to be angry.
Why would you say thank you, miss? I don't.
Because I'm trying to be polite.
But how do you know I identify it as a miss? I might be a miss.
Identify it.
I might be something else.
I don't know. I'm not asking for identification ID. I'm just saying thank you,
Well,
miss.
I think it was disrespectful.
How is it disrespectful?
Because you don't know me. I've literally just got in your cab.
Yeah, and you said nice
I've been
car,
in
and
the
then I said
car
thank you, miss.
5 minutes.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
call me miss when it's not your place, is it? You're
It's
not
not
family.
my-
You're not a friend.
But I'm trying to be polite, saying thank you, miss.
But I don't think that's polite. I think that's disrespectful.
Disrespectful to what?
To me.
How is it disrespectful for you?
How do you know I identify as anything?
What do you mean, identify?
You know, like gender.
Gender?
Yeah.
What do you mean by
I might
gender?
be a they.
They? You're that. You're
I
a
might
woman.
be-
You're a woman over here. I can see you're my eyes.
Right, okay.
Okay.
So that makes it okay.
Okay for what? You give me complimenting,
So
and then
if I were to say to
I give you
you-
thanking.
If I would say to you, thank you, mister, do you
Yes.
think that's all right? You
Of
don't
course.
think that sounds disrespectful?
Usually people in England using English, they say sir. So maybe you say sir. I don't know. Hey, mister is okay, but maybe you don't have educations, or maybe you only say mister. So I don't know.
Okay, now you're being even more disrespectful and telling me I'm stupid.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying to you, usually people say sir, miss, and you say mister. So I don't know, maybe because you don't understand I'm trying to say thank you for you, and I don't know your name, so I say
So
miss.
okay, so if I say to you, you've got a really nice car, why not just say thank you? Why do you have to put a title on it and then make me feel uncomfortable because I feel like you're being disrespectful because you don't know what I identify
I am
as?
glad
I'm not asking.
You're assuming just by how I look
I'm
that I'm a miss.
I'm not assuming. I do not have assumptions. I'm just I'm not asking for any ID. I'm just saying thank you, miss. I don't understand what is.
Well, I think it's rude, and I think you should reconsider the next time you say something like that to someone, because it can be really. In fact, I am quite upset about it, if I'm honest.
But what I am, miss, I don't doing anything.
You're still calling me miss. We have literally just had a whole conversation.
But I don't
about
see the
you.
problem. I don't see the problem.
I don't care that you don't see it's a problem.
You call man.
I'm telling you, it's a frigging problem.
But what is problem?
Miss is not okay. Not in this day and age. You've got to be careful. You've got to be mindful that you don't make someone this bloody angry.
Take it away, Beck.
That's what's wrong with our world right now. That is, I mean, she's sitting like a freaking man, so maybe he should have called her a man, but freaking, it's just disgusting. It was just like the very obvious lefties that were calling that shit. Now it's just normal, everyday people or women, whatever, that it's insane. It's absolutely freaking insane.
It's the latest thing to do, Beck. It's the latest trend.
What was that?
I say it's the latest trend. It's the latest thing to do.
Yeah.
Is buck up, about pronouns. It's insanity. These guys have, the manipulation is just so good, unbelievable.
Yeah, right. Joe Biden just visited an all-black church in Philadelphia where he greeted the invisible man and tried to shake hands with him before falling asleep several times in his chair. But don't you worry, the Democrats are already on damage control. They said he wasn't sleeping at all. Don't believe your lying eyes. That's just a cheap fake. How dare you? Shame on you. He's still recovering from that cold and jet lag from 3 weeks ago. And after getting some shut-eye, Joe Biden was re-energized, taking the stage with the pastors and raising the roof. And speaking of cheap fakes, here's one for you that's already being shared by Democrat operatives on social media. And I wouldn't be shocked if this video isn't played on a loop by MSNBC and CNN by the end of the night. That's right, mainstream media, you are going to regret coining that definition, cheap fake, by the end of this video. In this cheap fake photo op, Joe Biden is seen holding, what is that? A handful of cash? Where'd he get that from? Well, the Democrats want you to believe that Joe pulled it out of his own pocket so that he could donate it to the church. But as you'll see here in a moment, that's not what really happened. Joe Biden even flashes the cash around, waving it in his hand to the crowd, making sure that all the camera angles see it before shuffling over to the ushers and dropping it on the offering plate. And after dropping the wad of cash, Joe Biden embraces the crowd, one of his signature moves, pandering. Straight out of the Democrat playbook, we've actually seen this play out quite a few times over the last few years, especially when Joe Biden's polling so bad. But where'd that money come from? Well, let's rewind the tape a little bit, shall we? Here's the handoff. The pastor gives Joe specific instructions and hands him the cash. And surprisingly, Joe Biden didn't screw this up like he has pretty much everything else over the last 3.5 years. He grabs the cash, repeats the instructions back to the pastor, makes sure that the entire crowd sees it, and then panders. Yeah.
I just thought I had to put that up because he's actually got something right. He actually followed the instructions, got it in the plate, you know what I mean? But guys, it's just insane.
See, I'm wondering if that was done long after. I don't know if you saw the clip on Twitter. He was walking along a line of people, taking photos with them, shaking hands and everything. He got to a young black girl.
Yeah.
And just walked straight past her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was disgusting. Like that poor girl, she looked like she was under 18 and she looked absolutely shattered. Like, why is he ignoring me? I'm wondering if that was done at a predominantly black church to try and cover up for that.
Who knows what it is, mate? But yeah, just he like the things he's doing at the moment, mate, is just like if people can't see that there is something going on. Yeah, he calls Zelensky Putin.
He was introducing.
Introducing. It's just like
They said Putin.
And like I was talking about this on a space today, late this hour. I went on a space. I wasn't on any all day, but I went on and we were talking about some stuff, and I just said it's like an embarrassment to humanity that they have to play this far to actually wake people up. You know what I mean? It is an absolute shame that humanity, 70% of humanity, can't see what is going on. And when they do see it, they just want to be an ostrich and put their head in the sand. And, you know, I don't want to know about it. You know, like it's just incredible. What I'm seeing out there is a lot of people coming to the realization that they're hearing shit and they know shit, but they ain't gonna take that on and process it. Right? They're just going to go home to their little bubble. They're going to get up and go to work. And guess what? If the bird flu comes in and you need a turkey jab, well, they're just going to gobble their way down the street and gobble it up, guys. Exactly what they're going to do. This country is in trouble. It is in trouble. But anyway, let's go. All right. Right. We'll just pause it there, guys. But I don't know if you can read that, but Beck, you just want to go through that? Can you see it?
Yeah, hold on. I figured out how to make my screen bigger. There we go. All right, so where are we? Move up the screen. There we go. I'm sure it's just coincident, but 279% spike in miscarriages, 487% spike in breast cancer, 1,048% spike in the nervous system, 155% spike in birth defects, 350% spike in male infertility, 369% spike in testicular cancer, 2,181% spike in hypertension, 664 spike in malignant neoplasms, 680% spike in multiple sclerosis, 551% spike in Guillain-Barré syndrome, 468% spike in pulmonary embolisms, 302% spike in tachycardias, 352% spike in migraines, 471% spike in female infertility, 437% spike in ovarian dysfunction, 269% spike in myocardial infarction. I think that's the first one I stuffed up. 291% spike in Bell's palsy, 467% spike in pulmonary embolism.
You know, since when, Beck? Would you like to take a guess at when those percentages, you know, what year we started? What do you think?
You know, yes, early 2020, I'm guessing.
21.
21?
That's the difference from 21 till now, guys. That's 3 years. And we haven't got through the whole year yet. So we're talking 2.5 years. Look at those percentages. That is just, it's murder 101. It is insanity. Humanity should be screaming from the top of their fucking roofs every night. Excuse my French. All right. But yeah, we should be. This is just insane, guys. And we're all just prepared, or we aren't. Sorry, I'm not talking to us. The general population is prepared to just turn a blind eye and continue life the way it is, you know, off the edge of a plank. It's just, you got anything to say, Beck? It's just that, it's just staggering. That's since 2021.
I mean, are they official percentage rises though? Like, because I'm not sure where that came from, but if that's like written by something that they approve as an authentic document, we need to push that out. 100%.
Well, let's check it. If we're wrong, well, but no, that come off a feed or a thread that's usually pretty, you know, correct in what they're putting out there, and Jocelyn. So anyway, we'll have a look. But look, that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm seeing the sickness all around us. You know, we know what the Philippines, you know, is going through right now. I think it's the Philippines. There's another Asian country over there. You know, their death rates are just incredible, absolutely incredible. And we knew, we picked it, guys, years ago, that it was going to be going into 24, 25, a couple of years after this thing had been put out in the community, that we would really see the damage from it. And look where we are. Well, you know, I wish everyone had to just listen back then, Beck. It would have been so much better.
That's the thing. Even if you look at the one that has the most or the least severity, so say migraine, right? Even if those stats and figures are correct and migraines have gone up that much, anyone that's had a migraine knows how much that freaking kills you. It absolutely hurts your head. So even if it's just that one mild freaking thing that's gone up, people should still be outraged with just that.
Yeah.
Let alone all the other things that are apparently on the rise. Like, no way. It's insane.
Yeah, and that's the deaths in the Philippines. How about how many kids have been stolen from the Philippines and trafficked? You know, like, yeah, it's insane, guys. You know, it's crazy what's going on out there in these third world countries. I tell you, you know, there's major problems, and that's what they're trying to clean up out there, and that's what we're trying to put a stop to. And we are seeing a lot of people getting pulled up, right? There's a lot going down, but we've still got people like Peter Nigan out there, you know what I mean, running around. It's just, it's incredible. But anyway, we're going to get through it because we got a good bunch of people here. We got the solid Spartans, mate. So we will get through.
Here in Brampton, Ontario, and folks, I'm standing outside the headquarters for Brampton Transit. You see, the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, he was due into the GTA today at 4:15 to make an announcement, but you win by cheating because, folks, the Prime Minister, unless it's a cabinet retreat here, because as we hung around these Brampton
here we go, guys.
electric buses, we conversed with some Brampton Transit employees off the record and off camera, and wow, they gave us the real deal when it comes to electric buses. And I wrote down some of these stats. First of all, the price tag. This electric bus is almost double compared to that diesel bus. The electric bus is about $2 million. The diesel bus is $1.2 million. So that's quite a bit of sticker shock in my book, if you ask me. But get a load of this. When you buy the electric bus, you're paying more and you're getting less. Why? These buses break down on a daily, that's right, you heard me right, a daily basis. It's a mechanic's paradise because they always need repair. Oh, this is a beauty. What is the range of this bus, you might ask? 30 kilometers. 30 kilometers, then you got to charge it again. It's crazy.
Wow.
Right, and you know why they're parked outside there, brand new buses? Why do you think they're parked outside? Because they can't be parked inside and charged for insurance reasons. They can't be under a roof. It's just incredible, mate. 30 kilometers, and these things are worth $2 million. This is what's coming to your cities, guys, all right? This is what they want to bring in, it's off its chops. But anyway, we're going to rally up. We're going to get the job done. And and then we got vaccinated drivers running around in these friggin' time bombs. It just couldn't be any worse scenario. And this is what they like to do. They put all the pieces together for detonation. Unbelievable. Anyway, righto, next one.
Oh, you want another one?
Yeah, let's go. It's Friday night.
All right, which one? Okay, I'm picking any.
You're picking it.
National rules-based system.
Well,
it's important you don't just mouth the words, you actually follow through with action. I think the sentiment is very clear, is that, and as a country, as a liberal democracy like New Zealand that believes in the sovereign state of nations, that you don't have unilateral actors just moving in on a country like we've seen with Russia and Ukraine, that we believe in freedom and we believe in democracy and freedom of navigation and all those good things. There is deep commitment and consensus to make sure that we have to win in Ukraine. We want to ensure the rules-based system is maintained, right? The reality is New Zealand has done exceptionally well since World War II because there has been peace and stability under that system. But it is under threat. And so it is under threat when you see examples like we're talking about with Russia, Ukraine. And that is why it's encouraging that there is a uniformity and a consensus and a determination and a spirit to make sure that we actually stand up for those values, because otherwise, and we actually do something about it. And that's what people say to me, why are you so far away from Ukraine? Why have we invested $130 million of Kiwi taxpayers' money into that? Because we believe in these principles, and you believe things, you've actually got to do something about it.
I guess what I'm asking is, do you think that we're currently doing enough, or is it the case that you might go home, talk to people?
Anyway, we can shut it there, guys. The clips are all available on the website, all right? And, the point is there, it's just all these people, that country, New Zealand, they're copping the same as us, you know what I mean? They're just selling the people up, you know what I mean? Ukraine, Russia. I tell you, Putin and Xi are chatting at the moment, mate, and they're going to be giving NATO some stick, mate. Okay, the US has fallen, Biden's fallen. I don't know how he can't get out of this. This is just a beautiful movie script, you know what I mean? So it's on. Yeah, he's a moron. Yeah, he is, Jennifer. So yeah, guys, it's up to us again. So again, it's a weekend. All right. Don't do what someone like, the voter bug will do, and go and find a chat called Patriot Intel and jump on there and open your gob about crap you know nothing about and lie for 60 minutes, right? There's better things to do than that. We can go to a Forest of the Fallen. We can go out and hand out some pamphlets. Okay, we can just go and communicate with people at a coffee shop, all right? But there's better things to be doing than out talking shit about people, all right? Because you think that you're a superstar, because no one's a superstar, all right? And you're going to watch how we all go across the line together. No one's going to be leading you, all right? You're going to be leading yourself. The thing that's going to be leading you is your nose, all right? That's what's going to lead you guys. It's going to lead you across the line, all right? So forget anyone leading you there, right? Get to action, get it done. Look where we've got Rosie now going to talk. Now, do we agree that, Kelly and, Christopher Fuller, okay, but, do we agree that we're going to back these guys, or we're in the same full, ball game as them guys? No. But guess what? Rosie's getting a voice for us, guys, and I'll promote it, okay, because she's out there doing it. And look where it's got her to. All right, they won't ask me to come and speak. Too much truth out of me, but they'll ask Rosie to go and speak. Not that she won't tell the truth, but she's got a different disposition. All right, so go out there and use your talents, because that's well done to Rosie, mate. She's got a different audience now. All right, that she can go out and she will speak very well, and she will represent us very, very honorably and very well, guys. So get out on the weekend, do what you can. The time is now. All right, and the job is yours. So there you go, Beck, closing comments, and we'll hit an outro.
Yeah, just to bounce off what you said, you don't have to back everyone, but you can back the same cause as what those people are backing. So there's so many events coming up, which I'm shocked at how many events there are coming up considering it's winter. But get to one of them, get to all of them, get to as many as you can. And yet another reminder from Chick Fenton, get down to the Edamoga. It'll be an awesome night. They've got awesome entertainment on, and if I could be there at the moment, I definitely would. You don't want to miss it. It'll be an awesome night. And thanks, guys, for putting up with me for the week.
No, thanks for helping out, Beck. Thanks for coming in, mate. And, guys, I'll say it again, right? You want to change the world? We all do, because the world's a shit place at the moment. Change yourself. That's it. Simple. Change yourself.
Happy birthday, Franco.
Happy birthday, Franco.
Birthday, Franco.
You old bastard. Okay, there you go. All right.
Guys.
Good night.
Oh, hang on, it's coming.
There's a sign on the highway. There's a fork in the road. A lifetime of lessons learned don't mean nothing, it shows. Armchair doctor, experts making all the rules, selling us their theories while they take us all for fools. And there's nowhere left to hide on that freedom road. Don't tell me what to think, don't tell me how to live on that freedom road. Get your hand out of my pocket, I got no more to give, I got no more to give. There's a cop in the distance behind a big box tree. There's a crime being committed somewhere, but the radar gun's on me. A quiet quarter afternoon, I'm doing 105. Like a fat kid on a seesaw, all tilted to one side. And there's nowhere left to hide, and no one's putting up a fight on that freedom road. Don't tell me what to think, don't tell me how to live on that freedom road. Get your hand out of my pocket, I got no more to give, I I got no more to give. Clipboard, he's just out of school. He tells me that I'm doing wrong, something he could never do. The writing in a textbook ain't no substitute for life. The rules and regulations, they're just dumbing down our minds, and there's nowhere left to hide, and no one's putting up a fight. They're all just waiting round to die on that freedom road. Don't tell me what to think, don't tell me how to live on that freedom road. Get your hand out of my pocket, I got no more to give. On that freedom road, don't tell me what to think, don't tell me how to live. On that freedom road, get your hand out of my pocket, I got no more to give, I got no more to give.
Bye, guys.